YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Fight Freak, aka Rotten Ninja. What's happening? Let me get the light a little better in here so y'all can check the brother out. You know what I'm saying? See what's really going on up in here. So, I figured today we'll start off a little video by doing some movie reviews, but not just any kind of movie. We're not just gonna go through and break down the movies. We're gonna go through my actual personal movie collection, and we're gonna just kind of pick through what's classical, what's mediocre, and the shit that just don't belong there. You understand me? So, with that being said, Fight Freaks, it is your boy, the Fight Freak. Also, Rotten Ninja channel. Check out the Fight Freak videos if you have checked them out. I want to thank the 10, 20, 30 people that actually watch my videos, and I truly appreciate it. You have no idea how much that means to me. You got to understand. I went from no views to goddamn, 20 to 50 to 100 views, every few videos. So I'm really excited about that. I'm truly humbled and appreciative. Let's jump right into it. So first, let's get the whole collection down packed. Let's just see what's going on up in here. Show y'all the whole memorabilia collection. Everything that I've collected over the years, as far as just just shit that catches my eye. If I like it, I get it. If I like it, I get it. If it's cool to me, if it's cool, I gotta grab it. That's just how I am, If it stands out. Freddy Krueger, that motherfucker runs. He's a cool little toy. He runs all over the place. He'll actually walk on the floor if you put him down. And he says crazy stuff. So, with that being said, the movie collection, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this out of here. Get the whole first perspective going here. Look at that. Look at that. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? So, let's jump right into it. I want to jump right into what we got going on right here. Let me see if I can set this phone up a certain which way so we can break down some of these videos, man. Some of these movies, man. Okay, so check it out. We got a couple things in the window. So, okay, let's start right in the corner here. We got Lord of the Rings, the collection, true classic. Now, I might not have everything in the set that goes in the collection. I just kind of pick and choose what I can get my hands on at a good price. I don't really give a damn about, HK Ultra and all of that. It's just really just not my thing. Whatever gets the movie played, I just want to watch it at home. That's the experience I look for. Movies are so overrated. People walking back and forth, running their mouth, bathrooms too far, can't smoke. So, we got the Lord of the Rings box set here. The book-looking DVD set is pretty cool. Had that for quite some years now. What else we got? Gotta have a Game of Thrones. You gotta have the Game of Thrones in there somewhere. Got the what is this? This is 7th season. Man, classic. One of the best classics of all time. I'll get this straight right now. Beowulf. I got 2 of them. True classic, in my opinion. True classic. Warcraft, I enjoyed it. This whole section that I'm going through actually is just kind of like medieval monsters, trolls, shit like that. Warcraft. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Very well done. Not too over the top. Not too boring. I think it was just a well put together movie. It had some dope people in that I like. Let's get into some of the westerns here. I'm going to skip over the whack ones. I really don't even know why they're in here. Unforgiven. So we're going to get into the westerns. A true classic. Unforgiven. Can't say enough about this movie. It's ahead of its time. And if you're into westerns, modern westerns, old westerns, you got to check this out. It's pretty awesome. What else we got? We got The Revenant. Y'all already know what that is. Leonardo DiCaprio. Might be gonna pull that down. The Proposition, classic. 3:10 to Yuma, classic. Gotta check out 3:10 to Yuma. Appaloosa, classic. And let me just take them out. Y'all gotta see them. So I know I'm not just running my mouth. I gotta know it's really here. So Unforgiven, The Revenant, Proposition was alright. Jesse James was alright. 3:10 to Yuma, classic. Appaloosa, classic. Freaking classic. No Country for Old Men, classic. Not necessarily Western, but a true classic and worth watching. Definitely worth having if you're a collector like myself. What else we got? We got Planet of the Apes. So we're gonna get into more science fiction. This is like more of my science fiction section here. We got Planet of the Apes. It was a good oldie. Good oldie. I don't want to call it a classic with the one with Marky Mark, but Marky Mark, it was okay. Transformers. We got The Riddick. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. A bit of a letdown. Not gonna lie. A bit of a letdown. Not gonna lie. Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. Ex Machina. Dope. Ex Machina. If you haven't seen it, you definitely got to check out Ex Machina. Not a classic, but worth watching for sure. I think it's Joe Rogan's like favorite movie of all time, which is kind of funny. What else we got? We got Matrix Reloaded. Definitely a big Matrix fan. I definitely want to finish the set at some point and get the rest of them. It's a true classic. We got G.I. Joe and King Kong. Gotta have two of the King Kongs. This is a classic. I'm sorry. This to me is just as good as the newest one. Okay, I take that back. The newest one I believe is better, but this is definitely a classic as well. They're both classics in my opinion. Instant classics. Percy Jackson. All right, let's just okay. These actually should be in my anime collection, but since they're in the Blu-ray section, I'm just gonna do them now with everything else. Let me get a goddamn chair. Got them old legs hurting. Getting old, ain't getting no younger. All right, check this out. So, the animes that are in my Blu-ray section, I'm just gonna include them with this whole. Well, no. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take them out. We'll do those with the actual animated movies. Let's see. Let me make sure. Okay. And I got them knives falling out. Hidden knives everywhere. You know what I mean? So, first we got Logan, a classic. One of the best Wolverine movies, in my opinion. Some of them were definitely some flukes. False alarm. Waste of money. But this is a classic. Definitely. I wouldn't have even brought it. What else we got? X-Men Days of Future Past. Ain't much to say about that. It's self-explanatory. It's Days of Future Past. The Departed, classic. 300, Rise of an Empire. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. You know, 300 was a 10 out of 10 for me. 7 out of 10. Didn't live up to the hype of the first one, but it was still pretty damn good. It was a good follow-up. Not gonna lie. Godzilla 2014. Will it go down as a classic? Probably because of the how far the actual graphics have gone. But other than that, Django Unchained, a goddamn classic. That's a fucking classic if there's ever been one. This is one you gotta watch if you like westerns. It should be in the western section, but it's its own thing for me. This is just a classic, all around fucking classic. Jamie Foxx did his thing. What else we got? The original Star Wars collection. These are the collectible editions. So these are metal casing, but man, take a look at them. They're pretty badass looking. Just all solid metal all the way around. All three of them. The three originals. Fucking classics. Classics. All right, classics. But the star of all of these is gonna what I'm holding on to. I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty fucking high in my ranking of classics, like top 20, maybe even top 10 classics of all time. These are just classics for sure. What else we got? So we've been through the Blu-ray section, we went through the science fiction section. Are we gonna do the just action? Okay, I'll do Live by Night only because it depicts my city, Tampa, Florida, where we at currently right now. Live by Night. If you like the history of Tampa, you down like the gangster shit. This was a dope image on how the Ybor and Tampa used to be back in the day. You know, just a dope perspective. I like the perspective. What else? I'm going to skip over all of these shooter movies because they're not really my thing. No, I can't do all of them. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, goofy classic. A goofy classic. It was a little, but it was cool. As a kid, it was badass. Training Day, classic. You got to give Training Day then. Dropping the dead homies. Don't drop the dead homies. No, don't drop the dead homies. Rest in peace, Marv. Rest in peace, my nigga Drosky. Bangkok Dangerous, it was decent. It was a good movie. John Wick 1 and 2, classics. Classics. Modern day action shooters. Just took it to the next level for your average shooting movie. Took it to the next fucking level. Haven't seen the third one yet. Can't wait to come down on DVD so I can catch that. Okay, now we get into the couple superhero movies that I have. This is one of my personal favorites right here. A personal favorite of mine that I love watching. I could watch it over and over. This and the original. The original Hulk movie and part 2, The Incredible Hulk. Classic! Everybody shit on these movies, man. Eat a dick that slow. These are fucking good, dude. These are badass movies. Graphics, best of their fucking time. This is the Hulk that should have been in the Avengers movies, not that big fucking monkey-looking, sloth-faced fucking dude. This is the truth. This was a classic, all right? What else we got? We got Wolverine Origins, a bit silly at times. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It was a great perspective of Wolverine. A perspective. Not a great movie. It was a great perspective. Okay? Let's not get that misconstrued. Venom. I don't know, man. Maybe 6 out of 10. Maybe 6 out of 10. I give it that. If that. It's hard to call it. Let me see. What else? What else we got? What else we got? Spider-Man 3. Classic. Classic. No, I take that back. That was the worst of the 3. The worst of the 3 was Spider-Man 3. 1 and 2 were perfecto. But 3, Dark Knight Rises. Damn, this ain't even out of the pack yet. But classic. Classic. The Joker. Best 3 Batman movies of all time, if you ask me. Fucking classic. Life-changing classic. Batman Begins. Classic. You gotta love it. It's a classic, man. What else we got? I hope I didn't say Marvel movies. This is just, at this point, they're just hero movies. 2 Watchmen, personal favorite of mine. Classic. A freaking classic. All right, I guess I got to do top 50 classics now because these are all becoming classics, goddammit. Classic, man. I mean, it's just a great movie. Damn, my camera's all messed up on me. Hold on now. Bear with me, YouTube. Bear with me now. Hold on. Don't give up on me yet. Classic, man. I'm sorry. These are just... Woo! Great movie. Great movie. The Last Samurai. Classic. Classic. Bear with me, y'all. Oh, y'all can come with me. Fly with me. I grab my charger, plug my phone up so we don't die while we doing this video. And I want to get through all of these videos. I want to... yo, tell me what y'all think. If y'all have some top 50 classics, I would love to hear them. As long as it's not, you know, freaking Disney movies and silly shit. Well, I mean, I like Disney movies as long as it's not sing-alongs. Only sing-alongs I'll do is Aladdin, Lion King. Let me stop shitting on Disney. I like Disney movies. But, you know, try to keep it to adult movies. And anime. We can do anime as well. Just no kiddie movies. No kiddie movies. Because most kiddie movies are all good. It's hard to rank those. They're all, most of them have a lot of great material. So, where we leave off at? The Last Samurai. Okay, so this gets into my martial arts section. And like I said, man, I don't have everything in the world. If I run across it, I like it, I buy it. And this just happens to be what I've collected so far. The Last Samurai. Classic. No way around it. It is a classic. What else we got? You know, I got 2 of these too, because it's just a classic. Every time I see it, I gotta buy it. Enter the Dragon. The #1 movie in my collection, honestly. Probably my favorite out of all of these. I mean, I'm such a huge Bruce Lee fan. If you look over in the corner, right over there, there's a wooden dummy right by the fridge that I built personally. I'll have to show y'all in another video, maybe one of my my mixed boxing videos that I make in the future here. But classic. Look at the artwork on that. Look how detailed that cover is. This is like an original copy from back in the 90s, and the disc and everything is just in mint condition, man. Mint condition. It's awesome. Classic. These are some older ones that I've collected over the years. Let me see. Jet Li, Martial Arts Shaolin, dope. I don't know if that's the right name, but it definitely was a dope movie. Mad Monkey of Kung Fu, okay. 5 Shaolin Masters, okay. I've seen some betters. Executioners from Shaolin, okay. Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li, I don't know about that one, brother. Y'all need to tighten up. Probably my number 2 favorite of all times. If you peep the tattoo on the side here, y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see the Mortal Kombat logo, man. I'm a true Mortal Kombat character, brother. I'm a true combat warrior. The Mortal Kombat. Man, oh man. True classic. A true favorite of mine. It will go down in history as one of the best martial arts movies. I don't know. For me, because I'm such a big fan, and y'all see it. Y'all see it. And man, it was just a great movie. Ahead of its time. I can't wait for the new one to come out next year. It's going to be fucking epic. Y'all know I'm going to smoke like 10 blunts to that. Let's believe. Man with the Iron Fist. I actually really loved this movie. Part 2, it was kind of iffy to me. I wasn't sure how I felt about Part 2. I couldn't even get through it, honestly. It was kind of painful. But this one, I loved it. The soundtrack. See, the soundtrack makes a big difference for me. I'm a soundtrack guy. I love for my shit to have a good tune to rock with all the fight scenes, the choreography. It just amplifies the emotions behind it. Man, true classic. Classic. I liked it. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I really did. I watched it quite a few times, actually. Kung Fu Killer. And this is one of the movies that they just overdo the martial arts so much. It just becomes a little too much. But great choreography nonetheless. Great movie. Just no original choreography to me. Devil's Rejects. Okay, we're going to get to the horror section now, I guess. Devil's Rejects, not even going to pull it out. You already know what that is. I'm not a big horror fan unless it has a legit monster. I don't like people just killing people. I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it for the experience, but just doesn't catch my eye like the new movie coming out, Antlers. Like the new movie coming out, Underwater. Like Jeepers Creepers. Anything that has the movie they just came out with where you can't talk and it's the creatures that hear you so well in the woods and shit. I can't think of what the name of the movie is. Silence or I can't remember. Sorry, I'm having a blank. But that was actually a pretty damn good movie for theaters. What else we got? I'm a big vampire movie fan too. I don't have a lot of the greats like Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is one of my favorites. Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, all those fucking classics. I have Vampires Los Muertes, John Carpenter. I gotta watch that. I don't really remember it, honestly. The Eye, Hansel and Gretel, okay. It Follows, pretty spooky. Van Helsing, a fucking classic. Classic. Van Helsing is a classic. You gotta give it its props. Van Helsing is a classic, y'all. Probably one of the best werewolves of all times. You know how they made the CGI and animated it. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. What else we got? We got Underworld Blood Wars. It was okay. The first 2 are better, or the first 3 are better in my opinion. It was one of the lesser fun ones. Underworld Evolution, Walking Dead, Season 8. Resident Evil Final Chapter. We might have a surprise guest come through, y'all. Another YouTuber. I'll have him introduce himself and say his information. If y'all want to go follow him, check him out. He does breakdowns of different movie and video game concepts. It's pretty dope. And when he gets here, I'll have him do his own shout out. Or we'll do it another time if he doesn't come during the video. Resident Evil Final Chapter. Another disappointment, man. Resident Evil Final Chapter and Underworld Blood Wars both kind of disappointed me. Then they were the last of the story. Disappointed, man. Zombieland, dope. Dawn of the Dead, and 28 Weeks Later. So I'm a huge zombie fan. When it comes to Walking Dead, I watch all that shit. Walking Dead is probably my all-time favorites when it comes to the zombie world because it just went so in-depth. But gotta give 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later their props, man. They were fucking scary, man. They were top-notch. Like, what would happen? People got infected and started fucking eating each other. You know? Dope. Blade 2. I have 2 copies of those. Dope. I got both Alien vs Predators. First one was better than the second one. I was a lot more hyped, if you ask me. Let's get to some of my animes, y'all. I'll do this by hand because we gotta come a little real low here. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. So we got the Dragon Ball Z collection. The Dragon Ball collection. I'm sorry. This is the whole. No, this is not. This is just season 1, 2, and 3, as it says. Season 1, 2, and 3 of Dragon Ball. I have the whole GT, Dragon Ball GT. I have Batman Volume 1, the original. Escaflowne, which is not one of my favorites, but the movie is one of my favorites. Escaflowne, great anime movie. What else we got here? Akira, classic. Y'all already know Akira is a classic, y'all. Straight up classic. You want to know this is a classic to me as far as animation because of the concept and perspective? Hulk versus Wolverine, Hulk versus Thor, baby. True classic, in my opinion. Classic. I loved it. It was fucking awesome when I first saw it. What else I got in here? Justice League, Paradise Lost. Okay. Another classic. 2 classics, anime-wise. You know, cartoon, not just anime, but cartoon, period. Classics. Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 and 2. Both classics in my opinion. Really awesome to watch. Great adult-like perspective for Batman. I really enjoyed them. They were freaking awesome. Justice League Doom, pretty good. Classic! One of my favorite animes of all time. Street Fighter 2, the movie. Classic! Jesus Christ, this is a classic, man. So good. Matter of fact, this is kind of what this... Finding multiple things at one time as a kid, growing up, you know, becoming a teenager, finding Bruce Lee's works and wisdom, and I was always a fan of Bruce Lee, and then finding Street Fighter and realizing like Ryu was like almost like they based Ryu's character straight from Bruce Lee. You understand? Like the way he fights, his fighting stance is more like MMA, not necessarily strictly karate stance. Loved it. Love it. Heat Guy J. Have to buy the whole collection and watch them all. I think they're really a little gem. I'm just sleeping on them. I haven't seen them yet. Batman Gotham Knight. I actually really enjoyed this. This is one of those art shift movies where the art changes through the whole thing, kind of like Dante's Inferno, like the Matrix, animated Matrix movie, which I have right here, which is very similar. It's an art shift throughout the whole movie. The art is constantly changing. Netflix just came out with one as well. Can't think of the name right now. Love and Bots, I believe it's called. Love and Bots. What is this? No, not necessarily a classic. I got some classics I'm holding on to for a second here. Escaflowne movie. Classic. I loved it. I love this movie. It is a fucking classic in my opinion. What else we got? Marvel vs. Capcom video game. I don't know why that's in here, but fucking classic. This is a fucking classic game right here. Put it down here with the games. Lego Batman. Yo, it's a kid's classic right here. I loved it. I loved this movie. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. What else we got? Hulk Planet. I have Afro Samurai. Classic. Gotta show Afro Samurai its love, man. Afro Samurai is a true classic. It's hard to mention great movies without mentioning Afro Samurai. Great animated movies without mentioning Afro Samurai. And the show as well. Just great. One of my personal favorites of all time that I've recently seen it. Man, it is mind-blowing how good this freaking movie is. If you are into fight scenes, if you are into great action-packed fights and anime, the freaking Dragon Ball Super Broly movie is life-changing. Freaking life-changing. It is awesome. I'm telling you. If you don't agree, please, let's debate it out in the comments. But yo, I'm telling you, this is a classic. Instant classic. What else we got? We got How to Train Your Dragon 2. I'll pass. Into the Spider-Verse. Classic! Classic! I heard somewhere, someone was telling me that this movie was not CGI. It's actually just normal animation done on the next level. Next level shit right here. So, y'all let me know if y'all know if this is a CGI or regular animation. But, man, this is a classic movie right here. Probably one of the best Spider-Mans ever. Honestly. Honestly, not gonna even lie to you. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot more I could go through. One of my favorite movies of all time, which I actually don't have it on DVD. I just have never found it. I haven't taken the time to order it, but it's 13 Assassins. It is samurai based. I think it's based on a true story where one of the shoguns is just corrupt and evil, and they plot to assassinate him. Fucking classic, y'all. It is a true classic. You have no idea how great that movie is if you have not seen it. You need to get a hold of it somehow, some way. Look up 13 Assassins, and you gotta watch that baby. That baby is smooth. I'm telling you, it's a great movie. Instant classic. I actually, let me see if I got a couple more to tell y'all about. Okay, so I got a couple more animes for y'all. I mean, I'll go through animes another time. Me and my homeboys will do an actual panel or a sit down, and we'll hash out some good animes we'll talk about. But just some favorites for me, some favorite animes of all time, and maybe we'll get more into it at another time. But if you haven't seen Kingsglaive, you have to see Kingsglaive. It is a Final Fantasy based animated movie. It is a fucking classic. One of the best animated movies of all time, in my opinion. Gonzo. If you are into the whole Resident Evil, Matrix, I mean, all of these different genres, you will absolutely love Gonzo. To me, it is a page straight out of Matrix and Resident Evil. It is fucking amazing. And they did a great job on the animation, the action scenes, everything is so legit. So legit. True classic. What else we got? Sort of a Stranger. Another animated movie is just amazing. You wouldn't believe how good that movie is. The choreography, well, I shouldn't say choreography, it's not with people, but the fight scenes, man, done on the highest level of fight scenes you can do for an anime. That is just next level art and details on the fights. What else we got? Beast and the Boy. That's definitely a classic. That's something you can watch with the whole family and everyone pretty much stay entertained. It's a great movie as far as art, as far as the lore and the mystery, and it's just magic. It's just a great movie. Great movie. What else I got? The Highlander animated movie was pretty awesome. Not great, but awesome. I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Scroll show and movie, but the movie is just a classical gem that it's like Akira. If you haven't seen it and you're an anime fan, you need to do yourself a service and watch it. It is just a true 90s, maybe even 80s, but probably I'm thinking 90s classic. Straight up classic. What else do I got for you? Trying to think of some more that I didn't have written down that I just can't think of off the very top of my head right now. But I've watched so many animated movies. Wicked City is another good one. We'll leave it at that. I'll definitely come up with some more as I go, and as I buy more movies, we'll go into breakdowns on them and maybe some theories and ideas from these different movies. But these are like my prized possessions. I have a lot more movies like that I'll show you. Like over here, there's a lot of movies too, but like they're just stuff to watch when people come over. It's nothing important at all. Everything important is over there that I actually own. Nothing important is over here. But there's some good names in here. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing good in here. There's some good stuff. But to me, these movies are just boring. Not up to par. Not what I consider up to par for my collection. A lot more to come. I'm definitely still doing the movie reviews. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. And like I said, if you happen to be one of those 10, 20, 50, 100 people watching, I'm so appreciative of that. I'm so thankful for that. Like, it means the world to me. And I gotta teach myself to stop looking at myself. It's just so hard to get out of that habit. But yo, Fight Freaks, it's your boy Rotten Ninja. I appreciate y'all checking it out. And like I said, as soon as I get some more movies under my belt,
some more fights watching under my belt, I'm gonna do a lot more videos for y'all. I just want to give y'all the perspective again for y'all head out. And yeah, man, just stay tuned. Rotten Ninja, Fight Freaks. Ow!